Imagine being publicly dragged on the global stage, not by your political opponents, not by your ex-colleagues, but by the Chinese government with eyeliner memes. Yes, you heard that right. J.D. Vance, the Ohio senator who once swore he'd never support Trump, is now MAGA's biggest cheerleader and the butt of China's most savage trolling campaign yet. And guess who's chuckling behind the scenes? None other than Donald J. Trump. This isn't just political theater, it's kabuki with glitter. J.D. Vance, the man who once compared Trump to America's Hitler, has fully transformed into what some online are calling a closet cosplay of Steve Bannon's fever dream. And now, the Chinese state media and their digital minions are feasting on Vance's ever-morphing public persona, dragging him through viral videos with smoky eyes, fishnet stockings, and enough sass to make RuPaul blush. But it's not the memes that sting. It's the silence from Trump. Or worse, the grin. Because in Trump world, betrayal is entertainment. J.D. Vance's journey from best-selling author to political sycophant has been nothing short of tragic comedy. This is the guy who penned Hillbilly Elegy, a supposed cultural exposé of forgotten American communities. Now he's the meme mascot for elite hypocrisy, a living example of what happens when ambition bulldozes authenticity. And while Vance might think he's playing 4D chess in MAGA land, it turns out he's just a pawn in someone else's meme war. Let's get one thing straight. This isn't your typical state-sponsored diplomacy. This is China weaponizing satire. In a bizarre twist, Chinese accounts likely backed by PR teams with TikTok degrees and petty shade have begun mass-producing content portraying J.D. Vance as a repressed drag queen yearning to break free. Why? Because they know something we all do. J.D. Vance isn't just rebranding politically, he's reinventing his entire persona. And like all reinventions built on lies, it's ripe for ridicule. Memes of J.D. with heavy eyeliner, dramatic blush, and drag queen monologues are being shared across WeChat and Weibo, captioned with slogans like America's next top MAGA queen. They show him stumbling through Senate halls in stilettos and quoting Trump like scripture, all with the implication that beneath the bluster, Vance is hiding something. Even Chinese AI-generated comedy shows have picked up on the theme. One skit features a J.D. Vance clone attempting to balance Bible verses with contour tutorials. Another shows a drag pageant judged by international leaders, with J.D. finishing runner-up to Kim Jong-un's impersonation of Nancy Pelosi. One particularly viral meme features Vance giving a Senate speech, but his words are dubbed over with classic drag race catchphrases. Instead of discussing policy, he's heard saying, "If you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you gonna love somebody else?" The internet lost its mind. J.D. Vance's history with Trump is the ultimate political flip-flop. Once a never-Trumper, he's now licking boots so clean you'd think he moonlights as Mar-a-Lago's janitor. But loyalty doesn't mean love in Trump world, it means leverage. Sources close to the former president claim that Trump never truly trusted Vance. "He likes breaking them," said one insider. "Watching them crawl back after calling him a monster? That's Trump's kink." And J.D. played right into it. He didn't just kiss the ring, he French-kissed it in public. Trump's inner circle reportedly refers to Vance as the makeup artist, mocking his on-camera transformation from contrarian thinker to MAGA mascot. Behind closed doors, Trump apparently mocks Vance's televised speeches, often imitating him with exaggerated falsetto. There's a rumor, unconfirmed but delicious, that Trump once gifted Vance a makeup brush set during a private meeting. "You're gonna need this," he allegedly joked, while Melania looked on in mortified silence. It's unclear whether Vance accepted the gift. Yet when the Chinese memes started flying, Trump didn't lift a finger. He didn't even tweet. For a man who rages at 2 a.m. about the color of a flag, Trump's silence here is loud. Too loud. The most brutal commentary isn't about J.D.'s policies, it's about his personality. Critics, both foreign and domestic, point to his erratic shifts in tone, appearance, and affiliations as proof that he's performing his politics. As one commentator said, JD doesn't believe in MAGA. He's just auditioning for the role of Trump Mini-Me. Then came the eyeliner. Satirical overlays of his Senate speeches now feature digital makeup. His photos are morphed into drag posters. One viral edit shows him holding a Bible with one hand while applying mascara with the other. It's comedic gold and devastating PR. China isn't just trolling. They're exploiting the cracks in J.D. Vance's identity of the cognitive dissonance between his performative masculinity and his apparent internal struggle. His critics are asking, is J.D. fighting for traditional values or against himself? A psychologist on Twitter broke it down. When someone shifts their beliefs overnight for power, they're not evolving, they're suppressing. JD's identity crisis has become so glaring, it's practically foreign policy now. There's even a growing subreddit titled Smokey Senator, where users dissect every public appearance, theorizing which cosmetic brand he might use if the memes were true. One popular thread reads, "Is J.D. Vance more of a Fenty guy or Urban Decay loyalist?" While MAGA loyalists rush to defend Vance, moderate Republicans stay oddly quiet. Some privately joke that J.D. should have just come out as libertarian or otherwise. Meanwhile, Democrats are divided. Do they fight memes with memes or let the self-destruction play out? CNN hosted a panel segment titled Makeup Memes and MAGA, The Vance Dilemma, while MSNBC aired a satirical cartoon of J.D. hosting a drag brunch on Capitol Hill. Even late-night hosts have joined the pile-on, with Colbert joking, J.D. Vance doesn't need campaign donations, just Sephora gift cards. Political analysts are treating the situation like a case study in authoritarian mockery. China has identified a soft target in J.D. Vance, and they're hammering the hypocrisy. It's not about gender or sexuality. It's about authenticity or the lack thereof. And Trump? Still watching, still laughing, possibly planning JD's next public embarrassment. There's an even darker speculation floating around progressive Twitter. What if China has more than memes? What if they have psychological profiles, compromat, or even videos? The theory goes like this. J.D. Vance, a man molded by Silicon Valley oligarchs like Peter Thiel, is a perfect espionage mark. Repressed, ambitious, and desperate for relevance, the kind of guy who can be manipulated or mocked with maximum payoff. Is it far-fetched? Maybe, but not impossible. In today's world, the line between conspiracy and commentary is thinner than JD's political backbone. One viral thread even suggested Vance's transformation was part of a larger psyop, complete with slides comparing his fashion sense pre- and post-Trump embrace. A Chinese analyst allegedly leaked a redacted profile claiming Vance exhibits tendencies of image fixation, attention-seeking behavior, and emotional repression. Translation? The memes are just the beginning. So what does this all mean? It means J.D. Vance is living a contradiction, and everyone sees it. Trump sees it and uses it. China sees it and memes it. The public sees it and laughs. And J.D.? He stares in the mirror, wipes off the imaginary eyeliner, and prays the cameras weren't rolling. In a time when authenticity is currency, J.D. Vance is bankrupt. He traded his integrity for MAGA clout and now finds himself the star of an international roast session with Beijing serving the punchlines and Trump mixing the drinks. And here's the kicker. The more he tries to deny it, the more the internet reminds him, "We see you, J.D. We always have. So buckle up, folks." This isn't just the fall of a politician. It's a Shakespearean comedy in the age of TikTok. And if J.D. Vance thought eyeliner was the problem, he hasn't seen what happens when the mascara runs. J.D., if you're watching, and we know you are, maybe next time, wear the makeup with pride. Because at least then, you'd be standing for something. Because right now, you're standing for nothing. And the world is watching you fall face first in full glam. If you enjoyed this roast of political cowardice, hypocrisy, and state-sponsored sass, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Because in a world where politicians play dress up, it's our job to undress the lies. See you next time. Same shade, same scandal, same smoky eye.